watching Highland Park Television, Highland Park, California. The finest in standard definition programming since 2016. Welcome, welcome.
What a night!
Thank you for tuning in.
The band, everyone, the band.
Give it up for the band. First gig tonight.
You guys
You'll be killing it.
are so tight. That's what it's like to work on a late night show with a tight band.
Pros show up, pros sound pro.
You could set your watch to a song like that.
Actually, there was a clock ticking in that. Is that correct? That's right.
We're normally a reggae cover band.
Oh, mm-hmm.
We do
Really?
UB40 covers.
Well, we're going to hear some of that soon, I hope,
Yeah.
at least on a transition.
So
Between...
instrumental and then Red Red Wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're called WB40.
Oh, cool.
So
and you have two songs, is that right? As the reggae cover band, you have two?
Sometimes we venture into hip hop, and we do Informer by Snow.
Okay. Wow.
So why don't you go ahead and do it now?
Canadian reggae. That's awesome.
Go, do it now. Yeah, go ahead. And a one, and a two, and a...
Informer.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank
So,
you,
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, welcome to the Highland Park TV
Pros show up.
Telethon. Thank you so much for tuning in on your phone and or laptop or
Mobile device
or
iPad,
non-traditional
iPad Pro, like the one that was absurdly big. Some people might be tuning in on that. All our iPad Pro viewers, thank you for tuning in on your iPad Pro.
Truly appreciate it, and we thank you for your donations. I'm Stony Sharp.
My name's Rob Getchman. We are the co-founders of Highland Park Television.
That's right. It was a big old accident. Should we start by telling the story of how this came to be?
It was 3 Doors Down, actually.
Yes, it was.
Interestingly,
that's true.
Our first artist to play here was 3 Doors Down in the office 3 Doors Down. That's where we were. I was in the middle of a project from high school that I was digitizing, a feature-length remake of Star Wars called I Can't Believe It's Not Star Wars. And I was trying to find a VHS deck that could import SVHS cassettes via FireWire. And I came across on eBay a video toaster, which, fun fact about the video toaster, who was the inventor of that thing?
Dana Carvey, wait for it, his brother.
His brother.
That's right.
Dana Carvey's brother. And who I found on LinkedIn, told him what we're doing. He didn't respond to that at all and told me all about the video toaster. So that was really cool to hear about, what the video toaster is up to today. And anyway, we found one on eBay, and I said, Stoney, look at this. And he said, if you buy it, I will go halvesies on it with you. So we did it. And we brought it into the studio 3 Doors Down and just started connecting whatever cameras we had, which at that point were sort of like hand cams and old... high 8 cameras?
Oh, television tube cameras, old security cameras.
I had a standard FGL2.
Yep.
Yeah, and so we're connecting all these, just saying, look, this thing works. We actually have input and output into the video toaster.
Now, folks at home, don't worry. We will be getting further into the technical details of the station as the night goes on, which will be primarily what the 24-hour stream is. So.
Largely a tech talk. I mean, it's not quite a TED talk, but it's sort of the HLPT version of that.
Tech talk.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour TED Tech Talk.
Quickly about me, I grew up in Gainesville, Florida, and I was directing television at 18. It's a brag. I'm bragging.
And that was community access Gainesville,
It was
correct?
public access. It was Cox Cable.
One of the interesting things about, Cox Cable, give it up. We love Cox here. One of the interesting things about Cox Cable in Gainesville was that if people did not subscribe to premium channels in Gainesville, what did they get?
Every single channel would be Cox Cable 8. So as
you would
many
play
as
your
100
shows.
channels would be showing what I made. versus
on a Friday night. It'd be
versus
like
Fox or the
100
Simpsons or
channels of
something like
Stony Sharp
Yeah.
extravaganza.
So we're fascinated with the idea of the immediacy of live to tape television. That was the big joke. Is it coming from an improv world? The dream scenario is something can be started and finished, and you will walk away with a final product. That was the dream. So coming
we're not capturing all 4 cameras at once. We are just like public programming. We're taking the program mix and capturing that, and that's what you're left with. You're not going to go into post and sort of remix stuff. There's something about the energy in the room of public access television that can't be matched, and that's what we're into in setting this thing up. And it took us a solid 2 years to get anything that was like an operating stream, because I think we had, you could talk a little bit, going through eBay, going through Craigslist, literally hunting down and finding out that, these cameras require a cable that is no longer in use by anyone called the Triax, which incidentally the cables are more expensive than the cameras now.
Let's get a shot of this Triax cable. It's yellow. It's right there on the floor.
Beautiful coil, if you could, David. Beautiful coil of Triax cable that came out of
Epcot Center.
Epcot Center.
It came from Epcot Center.
We have Disney
Yes.
Disney hand-me-downs in the room, which is kind of a fun fact.
So now that's just the nuts and bolts of the station. You know, we came from the UCB theater and we came from comedy, but what really made the station come to life, for you viewers out there, was we knew
viewers like you,
viewers like me. We knew we needed at least 5 people to make this hunk of junk work. And in order for that to happen, we reached out to some of the editors at Absolutely and some of our friends from UCB and Channel 101 and Everything is Terrible. Am I missing any big, broad strokes? And we just wanted to give them free beer and have them fuck around and do whatever they want in front of the camera. We did this 3 nights. On the 3rd night, there were 40 people here waiting in line to make their own shows. They were passionate about it.
And I came in with no knowledge that people had been talking about this, and I was like, what is happening in our office? I was a little bit panicked, thinking, I don't know any of these people. What's going on? And thank you. It's a good feeling.
Applaud yourself. Applaud yourself.
Good feeling when something that gets bigger than any possible picture that you had of it. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, and I feel like the point is, and this is literally the last time I can see myself getting sappy, except for maybe during movie day coming up, is that it's really the station is what it is, which is amazing, unwatchable garbage, came to life when people like Hank Freeman, Julian Shine, Gloria, Adam, Alec, Maddie, all these people actually brought it to life. So
Maddie's on our phones right now. If you got Dave, we could get a shot of Maddie over here. She's taking calls for your money right now. If you can call Indiegogo, give Indiegogo.com a call and tell them you want to give to the HLP TV telethon. I think when you call Indiegogo, they route the call to Maddie here. So far, we have $1,481, which is about 4% of our goal, which is $40,000. We're going to move from this space because this space on York Boulevard in Highland Park TV has gotten way too hip. We went from the middle room, I think, each of us chipping in $400 a month, and now it has more than
$25,000 a month.
More than quintupled. No, more than it's like 8 times that.
Yeah. So what will we do with your money when you give it to us? Frankly, if we get a small amount, we will package all this equipment safely until we get another place. And we get more of it, we will find another space immediately and continue to make this unwatchable, lovable, crazy throw up of a television show that you love so well. And you know what? It's better than most. It's better than most.
There's something that is incredibly compelling about unwatchable television. And I don't mean broadcast unwatchable television. I mean the stuff that we're making here, which is I can't take my eyes off of this. It's lo-fi, it's raw. It has the authenticity that I think mass media is totally missing because everybody is every last rough edge polished off. And we only have rough edges here.
Yeah, Rob's got a show, I'm sure you've all seen it 100 times, where he just eats an entire bag of potato chips. It takes 20 minutes and he doesn't say anything.
And this was kind of inspired by real life, something I did at home. So I'm like, why don't we make this television? I was inspired by the slow TV movement, where it's just like a train going down the track for 40 hours. I thought maybe I can do that with chips, you know?
And I tried to do the same thing where I tried to get a scorpion to kill a cricket, but I realized that actually has some sort of moral and ethical dilemmas to it. I feel like I'm going to try it again, but this time with an antlion.
That's how you get Oscars, though. You know?
Yeah, you got to push the envelope.
Should we talk about our sponsors here? One of our sponsors here is the Coffee bean and tea leaf and enemas. You can get a sticker for this sponsor that we have for only, I believe it's $10, $22,000, I think, for a sticker. We have any number of these and a lot of other cool perks. Stoney's going to work on his tie. We're also very grateful to STFU Pop. They are on Facebook and Instagram, and they made us these tees for tonight. So let's give a round of applause for Shut the Fuck Up Pop. I think that's how we say it. Seems to be an acronym that a lot of people are familiar with. They don't have a website. They say direct us, go right to Instagram and Facebook because that's where the goods are. So thank you for donating 50 T-shirts for our crew to wear and get busy with the night here.
Hey, what do they get if they donate $1,000?
I mean, this is you can't for $1,000 you couldn't get on, Jimmy Kimmel.
No,
but you could get on 2 shows here on. Highland Park TV, and those 2 shows are our 2 shows. Incidentally, it happens to
completely
work out
by
like
random.
that. Stoney's show is called Movie Date.
Yeah.
And he and his friend Chris.
Yay.
There's fans in the room of Movie Date. This is great. I'm happy to see that. There are fans everywhere. We've had everybody from television's Brad Neely to one of the executive producers of the Eric Andre show, Daniel Weidenfeld, and a lot of fun people on that show. And if you give $1,000, you can be on the show with Stoney Sharp and his friend Chris, who is a savant with movie titles and release dates down to the day of the week and the box office gross and all that kind of stuff. And Stoney, tell them about we've already talked a bit about my show, but you can join me.
Yeah, will you help me tie my tie while I do?
Yeah. Sure, honey.
We got 3 minutes. Also, for a very, very modest donation of $1,000, you too can sit next to Rob and eat an entire bag of potato chips. You will not get to share his chips.
I think really you would watch me eat a bag of chips.
Okay, so it's non-participatory. So you don't. I mean, it wouldn't be awful if you kicked in a bag of chips, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you could bring your chips so that I don't have to go out of pocket.
So you bring chips. Donate $1,000, sit next to Rob for 20 minutes, and be on the cutting edge of American slow television.
Slow television. You can be part of it if you act now. And hey, to me, that's exciting.
I've always, when I was growing up, I used to watch the Jerry Lewis telethon. I used to make jokes, but I didn't really watch it. But one of the things that they used to talk about a lot was stretching for time.
What's that about? What's that mean?
Well, I'll tell you. If I understand correctly, stretching for time is where you put pauses in the things
Is
you're
that
talking.
where sometimes you see people do this?
Yes, that's what the assistant director would do, and that means stretch for back time. So
what's our director? Oh no, he's giving us the hook. That's a different motion. Oh, he's saying cut it.
Ladies and gentlemen, UB40.
No, we be 40. We be 40.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, honestly. If you
Thanks
are
for
out
tuning
there
in.
watching, we really do appreciate it.
Please support the madness. Give at Indiegogo.com.
Any other country in the world would pay for this from their national budget because the world deserves weird things. Ladies and gentlemen, we be 40.
Sometimes there's a buggy, and sometimes there's a talk show. Live from Highland Park TV in Los Angeles, it's the David Lynch Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Lynch.
Thank you, Cowboy. Thank you very much. Give it up for the Cowboy. You can just go kind of sit down over there and just kind of keep people in line, you know? He doesn't like smart Alex. Cowboy doesn't like smart Alex. Anyway, HLP TV telethon. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's save HLP TV. Let's do this thing. We need 40 grand or somewhere around like 38.3 at this point, so we're making progress. Great turnout here tonight. You know, people have been saying, you know, David Lynch, we love your show, but you're not like Oprah. You're not like Ellen. You don't give away free stuff. Well, guess what? That's changing tonight. Tonight, everyone who's here is going to walk away with a free pack of cigarettes. Woo! Free pack of cigarettes for everyone. Just see Deborah on your way out. What else is going on? We got coffee, bean, and tea leaf and enemas. Great sponsor. Damn fine coffee. Just had to make sure. Hits the spot. All right, we got 3 guests tonight. Let's get going here. I think I'm going to sit down right here. My first guest tonight is a donut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a donut. Thank you. That was delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, a donut. You can take this away, Nate. Yeah, a donut. Keep it going for the donut. That was great. Now, our next guest is a very special guest. I haven't seen this thing in over 40 years. Please welcome from the movie Eraserhead, the Eraserhead baby. Thank you, Nate. Still not entirely sure how to feel about you, but you're looking good. Some ways it looks like you really haven't aged at all. Thanks for coming, and we'll make sure to get you a pack of cigarettes as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eraserhead baby. Thank you, Nate. Okay, our next guest, we have a person who has never seen a single episode of Twin Peaks. Please welcome a person who has never seen a single episode of Twin Peaks.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Hanging in there. Tell us your name, please.
My name is Maddie Carteropel.
Maddie Carteropel, and you've never seen a single episode of Twin Peaks?
No, I haven't. Is that a show about twins?
Not exactly. Do you plan on watching it anytime soon?
Not really.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me about, like, my movies or anything?
Any questions?
Tell you what.
No.
What do you got there? What's in that white bag?
This is for you. This is a cherry pie.
Cherry pie?
Yeah.
You're kidding me. I love cherry pie.
I know. Yeah, I read that.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's actual cherry pie. Can we get a shot on the cherry pie, please?
Yeah, get a close
Cherry
up.
pie. This looks
Get a
delicious.
close
That really hits the spot. Come back anytime.
Okay. Hey, do you think I could promote my my poetry book?
Do whatever the hell you want.
Okay. Thanks. Whoa, look at that. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's behind your ear. Came out from behind your ear. Did you see that?
Yeah, that
Magic.
was magic.
This is my poetry book. You want to get a close-up shot? Do we get a close-up? Which camera is doing the close-up? Okay. Cool. That's my book. It's called Space Cadet, Poems by Maddie Carter-Opel. And that's me on the cover. And yeah, it's a book of poems. I wrote it because I wanted to create some positive vibes in the world because the world's gotten kind of crazy. This is the back of the book. Make sure you zoom in on that too.
So, I'd like to thank our guests. I'd like to thank the cowboy. Okay. I'd like to thank the donut. I'd like to thank the Eraserhead baby. I'd like to thank Maddie.
Thank you,
buy
David.
Maddie's book. Then Maddie,
yeah, buy my
watching,
book.
Twin Peaks. And come back anytime. You want to bring me pie, donuts, cigarettes?
Yeah.
You're always welcome here.
Thank you very much. And I'd just like to say that
this is the part of the show where we're done. Stick around. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up. HLP TV telethon. Let's save this thing.
May the force be with you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
I'd just like to tell you that you're really great and all that stuff you do, and thank you.
Appreciate it.
I got you. Come on, this way. This way. Yeah, we gotta. Okay, baby, where's the baby? There's the baby. We gotta move that. I'm gonna do it cartoonishly. This is what life is.
Okay. Just to love you. Now I've gotta try harder to deal with my own kind. Never done better. It didn't take forever just to lose you. So who's that I love her now? Well, it happens every day. Without love, the world goes up in flames. I hope it's gonna be true, 'cause I look for my reason to live, and the reason is you. Without you, what could I do without you? It'll be sooner than later. With my head up to the sky, those clouds won't hit when I was there, 'cause I never had more than you.
We shake hands back here. Oh, how you doing? Good to see you. How are you? Good. How are you? It's good to see you. How you doing?
What's up?
Hello and welcome to Movie Date, the only show where an idiot and a smart person review movies from the 1990s. Now, there's one thing that makes this particular 1990s movie review show different than all the others, and that is the smart person. Wait, I did it wrong. A genius. No, a smart person.
A smart person.
The smart person, Chris Goodwin. What is it? Chris, why don't you go ahead and tell the audience at home, the live audience, what the special thing that you can do regarding movies from the 1990s, which the average person may not be able to do, which makes this show arguably slightly entertaining. Take it away.
You're going to ask me, we're going to review movies, but you're going to ask me what day it came out, and most likely I'll know it. Day, year, month, all of it.
So if I'm to understand this correctly, I will call out the name of a movie from the 1990s roughly.
Yes, roughly.
And because of your rare ability, you're going to be able to guess the date, the day of the week, the director, the DP, the production designer, the box office returns,
Yeah.
and maybe something that personally happened to you around that time.
I can definitely go into detail about that stuff.
You know what's interesting about me in that regard is I literally cannot remember any. I shouldn't admit this because I'm a working director. I cannot remember names or any. I don't remember what movie stuff is. I've said this 100 times. I honestly cannot remember a single person's name in Jurassic Park. The main guy's name was Sam Elliott.
No, it was Sam Neill.
Jeff Goldblum was in it.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
I take it back.
Wayne Knight with the shaving cream.
Who's Wayne Knight with the shaving cream?
Wayne Knight, Newman from Seinfeld. He starts as like.
Yes, that's right. That's right. This is maybe not that interesting, but you know, my stepmom is his cousin.
That's really interesting.
And she's from Florida.
Wow, really?
Isn't that weird?
Where's Newman from? Wayne Knight from?
I don't know, but I just know that she's like, there's my cousin. She'd never bragged about it or anything like that. She'd just be like, there's my cousin.
I'd be bragging. Boasting.
Yes, I would too. Absolutely. I met John Cleese once when I was a PA. I talk about it all the time like he's my best friend.
That's a good one.
You want to know something kind of interesting?
Yes.
nicest people I've ever met in Hollywood, and I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying this because it's a brag, because it's kind of a brag. John Cleese.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Really?
Yes. He's totally cool. He's as cool as you think. He was as cool as you would hope that he would be. So let's, before we get off the rails a little bit too much here, what's that? Oh, and Jason Alexander, that's right. My lovely bride just pointed out the fact that Jason Alexander is actually the coolest person in Hollywood.
I saw him in an IHOP once.
Oh, what did he order?
I don't know, but like I saw him the day before. I saw George Wendt from Cheers at at a bar.
That's a good sighting.
He literally knocked into me and cheers me with his drink, like literally. And the next day I saw Jason Alexander in a diner. Isn't that crazy? NBC stars in their natural habitats.
And then did you see Jim Carrey stuck in the role as Andy Kaufman driving a taxi?
I did. Before we get into it, I just watched that movie.
And?
I thought it was good. Some people were saying it's not, like, kind of hating on it. I thought it was fascinating. I'd watch it again. I liked it.
I feel like when I talk bad about stuff, it just makes me seem grumpy, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, okay.
I also haven't seen it.
I think that movie's underrated, actually, Man on the Moon. Some people say it's like a good documentary about like an all-right movie. But I think Man on the Moon's really good. It's like kind of my favorite subgenre, like the weird biopic. I think it's pretty fun.
Let's surprise the audience ever so slightly. And I'm just going to shoot from the hip here, throw out a movie, and let's just see if it works. This might be before 1990. Remember, folks, our confines are the 90s. The Burbs.
That is right around the time when I remember stuff. I'm not going to be able to remember the date, but it's March 1989.
Does anybody have their cell phone that they could look at IMDb and see if this is true?
It's
March
pretty close, man.
1989.
March 1989.
What date?
See, it was right before I started doing this. What was it? February 17th.
February 17th. Okay, no, and I'm gonna give you 3 chances because that was outside of your limit. That doesn't even count.
But it's around, like, I started remembering June 1989, and I remember like 89 kind of, but like I remember that movie the Dream Team. Remember that movie came out April? That's when I start remembering like Major League era.
How about let's shoot with another one that is kind of obscure, but I think are within those confines. Ready?
Yeah.
Girl 6.
No, you're
Is that too much of an indie movie?
No, it kind of it's like a weird. I'm gonna be wrong.
Let me pause you right there. Let me pause you. Ready?
But yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Well, Girl 6, I think. March 22nd, 1996.
Wait, what?
March 22nd, 1996.
March 22nd, 1996.
And I want to say Jurassic Park, June 11th, 1993.
Does anybody have any proof?
I think Girl 6, because I remember that was 96. Quentin Tarantino's in it.
He is?
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of his acting career.
No, well, the beginning of his acting career was April 28th, 1995. Destiny Turns on the Radio. Remember that? He was in a movie, and then he was in From Dusk Till Dawn, which is January 1996.
I mean, technically, Pulp Fiction, was that his first role?
Technically, Reservoir Dogs was his first movie.
What was he in Reservoir Dogs?
He was Mr. Brown.
I've seen it a million times. I literally did not know that he was in it.
Wow, man. He's like the first line in the movie is him talking about Madonna. He kicks it all off.
That's right. That was back in the day when we were impressed. Like, people can just talk about regular stuff in a movie?
Yeah.
Interesting. How about Leonard Part 6?
Oh, that's before my time. That was 1987. Girl 6 was
Girl
right.
6
yeah,
was
wow.
correct.
That's a good. See, I'm always up. Like, this is when I do this. Most people ask me Jurassic Park, Titanic.
I've asked you Jurassic Park every single time, as if it's a new. I'm a babe that wanders in the woods. I forget that I asked you the time before.
No, we can keep. I like. It's a good warm up.
Okay.
But like this, when I come here, like there's a lot of people ask me obscure stuff. Like someone asked me Theodore Rex last time I was here. And like, so it's hard. This is hard here.
That's kind of familiar because it's Whoopi Goldberg and the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right?
It was supposed to be Ted Danson, but they broke up, so they had to replace Ted Danson with another actor.
With a dinosaur.
Real dinosaur. Yeah.
I wonder if that was the same time as Dinosaurs, the TV show Dinosaurs.
It was. That was Jurassic Park Dinosaurs.
The show
Theodore
Dinosaurs
Rex
was on during Jurassic Park?
Yeah, they were all. This is the heyday. Dinosaur entertainment.
Do you remember the last image of the season finale of the TV show Dinosaurs?
No.
It was, and I shit you not, the comet coming to kill all the dinosaurs and the baby in his baby carriage looking up and smiling as his face lights up.
Wow. God damn, that's the end of
That was
that.
literally the last image of the show Dinosaurs. I remember it. Okay, so I feel like that's a relatively decent introduction to the basic rules of this show, right?
Yeah, it's like we'll review movies. We're actually gonna try to review movies this time, but I will try to tell you or remember when they came out if I can do it.
I have two different. Oh, have you seen the movie The Celebration?
Yeah, the Dogma, like yeah, I've seen that movie.
Chris, I have written 2 letters here. I think you will find them both very interesting, and you get to choose which one I will read out loud. It will be either the left or the right.
All right.
That's a very interesting letter.
I don't remember the plot.
See The Celebration, folks,
Yeah.
because it's good. It's good. It's the best Dogma, right? Isn't it? Anyway, okay.
No.
What's the best one? The Idiots?
The Idiots? No. Well, what? Dance in the Dark.
Yeah. That wasn't Dogma, man.
Breaking the Waves.
That was Dogma.
That's the best one.
That was
Breaking the
good.
Waves.
Well, he also did the Celebration.
No. That was Lars von Trier Breaking the Waves. Winterberg did the Celebration.
I don't know what's going on from one moment to the next.
Julian Donkey Boy, real quick, also Dogma, the American Dogma.
I like that.
Yeah, it's an American.
That was a good movie. That's the one with the kids in the dirty bathtub and eat spaghetti, right?
That's
That's
Gummo.
Gummo. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so
You're
what I'm
close.
going to do is I have a list of movies here. The unfortunate part about this, you know what? I'm going to just switch. I'm going to just do the one that you might know.
Okay.
You have to guess the theme, but you can't guess the theme until you get all of them right.
All right.
No matter how easy or obvious the theme might seem, resist the urge to guess what it is.
Okay.
There's one theme that binds all of these movies together.
Yes.
Don't look.
I will look.
But don't guess it unless you get them all right.
I have to get them all right and guess it. All right.
Right, but if you don't get them right, don't guess the theme, because that's for a person who gets them all right.
Yeah.
So
I'm
but here's
confused by
but-
the rules.
but
Can you
here-
remind me?
but
What
There's
Not
a
now,
theme that. Okay.
Okay.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies here.
All right.
2 of them are outside of your range, so it's okay if you don't get them.
All right.
But they're bonus points.
Well-
I'll give you. I'll stop being mean if you get those right.
Okay. I'll get as close as I can.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The first movie. This is the one that is outside of the range, so it's gonna start off rocky.
Rocky.
Living Daylights.
Is that James Bond?
Don't guess the theme.
I mean, I'm just asking, is that a James Bond movie?
Don't guess the theme.
Because I think 1987 maybe? That's a James Bond movie, right?
It is 1987.
All right, yeah.
It features the best James Bond.
Timothy Dalton.
Yes?
And Christopher Walken with blonde hair, or is that another one?
No, I don't think so, but it had a really good theme song. Oh, Living Daylights. Oh, I get kicked off for that? No, if you sing the wrong song, apparently the streaming stops. Because my voice is so accurate to the way that the actual song sounds. Okay,
Was
you
that
got
Duran?
that right. You got that right.
That
I'm
was
not
the-
going to make you pick the day because
All right.
it's outside the range.
Was that Duran Duran that sang that song?
Yes.
I got kicked out of a bathroom because Duran Duran had to use it once.
Did they have to? Did they have to look at their reflection? Wait, hold on.
No, it was like my friend.
The reflection
That's
in the
them?
mirror. They did the reflex, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just remember I was visiting my friends and they were performing and they were staying in a hotel and the security guard was like, "You have to leave. There's a big rock band coming in the bathroom," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, you have to leave because like security." And I just like, "Listen, I'm not leaving. I have to go to the bathroom." And they walked in. I didn't even know who they were. I had to ask, "Who is that?" The guy's like, "Duran Duran."
They were
Hungry like the wolf.
They were hungry like the wolf. They went to a diner. Then they had to use the restroom. Okay. Hey, you know what's funny? I realized that this one is also out of your range.
Oh shit.
It's right, but as you said, it's in the gray area.
Yeah.
Don't guess the theme. Ready? License to Kill.
I mean, this is right around when I started to do it, right? July 1989. I don't know the date. Maybe the 4th. It came out around the same time as Weekend at Bernie's, that one.
What time did Weekend at Bernie's come out?
4th of July weekend, 1989.
I mean, you're so close. Do you want to try to guess it?
July 7th.
July 14th,
July
1989.
14th. Off by a week, man.
Yeah, but that's still out of your range. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Don't guess the theme.
I won't.
GoldenEye.
I was going to, November 1995. Let me go real quick. November 17th, 1995.
That's correct.
Yeah, man.
Who did it? Movie do well?
It did well. I thought it kind of sucked. I can tell you what was in the theater around the same time.
Yeah.
At the same time, it was stacked. Toy Story, Casino, Money Train.
Oh, nice.
The
I said oh nice about Toy Story because I actually don't know what Money Train was.
Money Train was the reteaming like of Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah, after White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, White Man Can't Jump. People wanted them in another movie fast. Money Train is also Jennifer Lopez's first movie.
Huh?
Yeah,
A good week in the theater.
it was a great week.
If you could
I
go back
saw-
in time and go to the movies that week, which movie would you have gone to?
I saw 4 movies that weekend: GoldenEye, Money Train, Casino, and Toy Story. All in like 3 or 4 days.
Whoa, Casino came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Would that be the movie you would go back to if you could see any one of those movies in 1995 in the theater?
Oh yeah, I've seen Casino like 30 times.
So then you wouldn't pick it because you've seen it too many times.
No, I see it again. I definitely pick Casino.
In the theater.
Yeah,
See it 35 millimeter. Man.
3 hours long.
Ready? Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Don't guess the theme. Tomorrow Never Dies.
December. This is a good one. December 19th, 1997 came out the same day as Titanic.
Really?
Yeah, people really remember. I don't know if people remember this, but there was a real like concern. Titanic was supposed to come out 4th of July weekend, 1997. Real concern it was gonna bomb.
Interesting.
So they put it against another movie, like a big movie, and it was the biggest hit of its time. But it was considered to be like people thought it was gonna tank Titanic. They were scared.
Big old dumb stupid metaphor. Just
Yeah.
And I remember that same thing. And everyone I went to college was so obsessed with it. And they're like, finally, we're coming to a time where blockbusters will be about romance instead of action.
Yeah.
And I was bummed because I liked action.
Yeah.
Who directed that?
Which one? The Titanic?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
I think that one was Roger Spottiswoode. I would like to confirm that because I think he directed Turner and Hooch, which is a great follow-up to Turner and Hooch. Like the James Bond people are like, we need the director of Turner and Hooch in our franchise.
Boring story.
Yeah.
I lived in Vienna for a summer, and I watched Living Daylights.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool to watch an American dubbed movie, well, an English dubbed movie in Germany, in Austria. And then I came back after a half a year.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are American movies like? And I just saw Turner and Hooch. And that's probably the only movie I've ever gone to without knowing anything about it.
Really? Turner and Hooch?
It's good. Tom Hanks and a dog.
Hooch. There was 2 dog cop movies that came out. Can you guess the other? Do you know the other dog cop movie that came out that year?
No.
It was Jim Belushi.
Oh, Beethoven?
No. Beethoven's not a cop.
Oh.
James Belushi, K-9.
Right. Was he also in Beethoven?
Charles Grodin.
Oh, in my mind, they're the same person.
There's another dog cop movie with Chuck Norris, too.
What's it called?
Top Dog.
What about Any Which Way But Loose?
Not a dog, Clint Eastwood.
It's an orangutan.
Orangutan, yeah.
And
Let's remake that. Can you get the rights to it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll
If
write
it's
it.
Paramount, you can. What about the guy from Friends who was in the monkey movie with the baseball?
Ed.
When did that come out?
We talked about this last show.
I know, but I don't remember.
Well, we were talking about there's that era of like monkey movies, like Dunstan Checks In.
Oh, we did a whole
Monkey
we can't
Trouble.
keep
Yeah.
doing this monkey. We already
should.
did that whole thing. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Don't guess the theme. The world is not enough.
Oof. This is a kind of tough one. It's December 1999.
Yeah, but I knew that these are all boring movies, but they're all big.
Yeah.
And there's a similar theme that links them all together.
Which is so hard for the
Don't
guess.
guess.
The
Don't
theme.
guess.
It was December 1999. Let me count. I got to count the Fridays in the 1999. Let me think about it for a second. Not the 22nd. It's like middle of the month. I'm blanking now, but I'm gonna say like, not the 15th. Why not? November 12th, 19th, 26th. This is really boring. I'm counting.
No, it's interesting because I see that you may be going down the wrong path, but I also know that your brain knows what it is.
So if November 30th, right? If a Friday, November 26th, what would the next Friday be?
I don't know, but who's to say it was in December?
It was not December?
I will give you that hint. It was not December.
You sure? It's what was it? I'm going to get this wrong.
You already said it out loud.
December 1999.
Yep. No. November 19th.
It was
November 19th, 1999.
That's when that came out? November 19th, 1999?
You said 12 and then 19th. These are Fridays.
Oh, wow. I did not know.
Also, I never called out the fact that how do you know all these Friday dates?
What do you mean?
Is that part of the thing?
How do I know? That's how I remember. I
remember the dates of Friday.
I have to go look at the month and look at the Fridays, and I'll be able to.
What date did Friday come out?
It came out on a Wednesday. One of my favorite trivia facts. Came out Wednesday, April 26th. Friday came out on a Wednesday. Yeah. April 26th. Bad buzz around town on that because it was like, I remember people telling me like, oh, it's not that good, and I couldn't get it. It wasn't 17 yet, but I snuck in, and I've seen that movie like 50 times. But the buzz around, people thought Friday was like a different kind of movie.
What's it like to be an executive or to be so closely involved in a movie like that where you're like, oh, I don't think it's any good, and then everyone that sees it thinks it's amazing?
It's great, I bet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's great, but I mean, just you're so distanced from the material that you're thinking, I don't know if it's good or not. I have no idea. Everything's gonna fail, and then it's all super. That's great.
Friday is perfect movie almost.
Ready for the last one, and then how are we doing on time? Just so I know, because I gotta. Oh, look at the clock.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, folks at home, you got 6 minutes and 49 seconds of this.
We've been doing this for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, that's what time it is.
Man. We have yeah.
Oh, folks, you got 11 minutes.
Yeah.
You got 11 minutes of this. Okay.
November 22nd, 2002.
Would you mind repeating that?
November 22nd, 2002. I'm just going to guess. I think I know what you're going to ask me. I'm going to say November 22nd, 2002.
That is correct. Now, you have guessed within the confines of the challenge.
Yes.
And for the first time in many, many episodes, I feel that you have earned your right to guess the theme of these movies.
James Bond.
Correct!
I should have said Bond.
James Bond. Yeah, hold on. We'll re-edit it. Ready? You have, now, Chris, you have moved on to the upper level. How do they do it on game shows? Now you have moved into the next phase. Yeah. You may guess the theme of these movies.
Bond. James Bond.
Oh, very clever.
Yeah.
Yes, it was James Bond.
It was, yeah.
Let's do a rapid fire one.
It's my least favorite franchise of movies.
Can I talk to you about that?
Yeah.
I don't like James Bond.
I liked the first one with Daniel Craig because it was real, you know, I remember the 1999 one. The first time he kills somebody, he's like Timothy Dalton. No, Pierce Brosnan. No, that's parkour is Casino Royale.
Right.
Because it was like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
But in the 1999 one, I remember Pierce Brosnan was flying a plane and a guy was trying to kill him and he ejected him out of the plane. It was it made a stupid ass pun, right?
Yes.
The first kill in Casino Royale, Daniel Craig choked that guy to death in a sink, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was great, and it kind of made it real and gritty. It was obviously post Bourne, right? They were trying to do a Jason Bourne thing.
That first sequence was great. I was like, he's back, folks, because I like Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Just because it's
I've never seen any of the Sean Connery ones.
Goldfinger's good. If you like The Incredibles, folks, Goldfinger's like that. Goldfinger's great, and then some of the Roger Moore ones are fine, in the 80s. Grace Jones is cool, and Roger Moore, he's wearing a tuxedo and he's in a submarine that looks like an alligator. That stuff's kind of cool. But in general, I don't feel like we have to be beholden to this franchise. And I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same way about the Avengers. I don't have to watch these movies. I have to watch Star Wars because myself from back in the past will travel forward and kill me if I don't watch all these Star Wars. But I don't have to watch these Avengers.
Yeah.
I certainly don't have to watch the third act. I think they're fine, and if I had the opportunity to ever work on one, I would gladly accept it, and I think they're really very fascinating technically. But you can leave in the third act, right?
Yeah. I like those movies. I see every movie. I saw Justice League.
You want to tell me? Can you tell me when the dates when they came out?
What, the Avengers?
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, I can, but I want to know who do you think should play James Bond next after Daniel Craig?
I mean, it should be a person of color or a woman.
Idris, right? Idris Elba?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Idris Elba's awesome.
What about, I forget his name, but he played Dr. Martin Luther King. That dude, he's awesome.
From Selma?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Chiwetel Ejiofor would be good too.
I don't know, man. I don't think we need those anymore. But I'll tell you who I do think is interesting is Doctor Who. I don't even watch those new Doctor Who shows, but I think they're cool.
You think Doctor Who should play James Bond?
Oh, that would be so interesting.
No, not just like Doctor Who, not an actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Doctor Who. What's his name? The guy with the the long scarf.
What?
That's my doctor. What's that guy's name? Does anybody know Doctor Who? Any Doctor Who heads? Any Who heads?
Whovians. David Tennant.
Not David Tennant. He's great. No,
Christopher.
He had an afro and he. Baker. It wasn't David though, was it? It was Baker. Mr. Baker. He'll always be Mr. Baker to me. I feel like I've gotten off the rails. I'm sorry about that. But these Avenger movies, the problem is, the reason I think, man, I finally got my soapbox where I can talk what I think about movies.
Yeah.
The reason I think that M. Night Shyamalan, did we already do this last time?
No, but let's talk. M. Night is having a comeback.
The reason that I think he's so brilliant, because I thought it was like of the new crop of auteurs that came out of, like Paul Thomas Anderson and Wes Anderson and M. Night Shyamalan. I felt like that there was a lack of sort of like artistic vision to maybe his stuff, but I'll tell you one thing he figured out was that the third act can just be a different movie completely, and then it's watchable.
Yeah. Which one? Like you talking about? Like what's the biggest?
Oh, the biggest example was
yeah.
The first one. I See Dead People. What's it called?
The Sixth
Sense.
Yeah. The Sixth Sense.
Oh, that's right. We've established that you're not good at getting quotes, but you're brilliant.
Oh, I know that quote. Yeah, like that's a big quote. You have to know that. I See Dead People. That was like the tagline of the movie, right?
Was it?
August 6, 1999, I think.
Okay,
I'm an addict, dude.
Let's do, since we have 6 minutes, let's do a very quick.
Now we have 6 minutes. Yeah.
Let's do a real quick thing where I'll just do 3 quotes and you guess what the movie is and what the date was that was released. Ready?
Let's do quotes now. You have to ask like a distinct quote. Like you can't say like put the gun. It has to be like a famous quote.
Oh, right? No, I won't say put the gun. I mean, last time I did literally like I am a Conehead from Conehead.
Like, I know. Yeah.
Like that. That was easy. I thought that was easy. Oh man. Oh no. We can't do Simpsons episodes. If I don't have the quote in front of me, I won't remember a movie from the 90s. Does anybody remember any quotes from any movies in the 90s out there? Oh, we're going to have to lose the stream for 30 seconds before we go off or during it? Just when you guys are ready to die. Ladies and gentlemen at home, just so you know, in 5 minutes, the stream will shut down for 30 seconds and then come back up.
What was the quote?
There's a snake in my boot, and that comes from the boot. The quote was, there's a snake in my boot.
Scent of a Woman.
No, you know this.
Devil's Advocate.
Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
There's a toy that says it.
Scent of a Woman. Toy Story.
Oh, God. I honestly thought it was that you were messing with me.
I was. I didn't know until I got the hint. See, I really don't remember quotes of movies.
What's another?
This thing is like it's hard, kind of like I don't remember a lot of stuff.
How about this catchphrase? Ready?
Yeah.
Hooah.
That's Scent of a Woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, wait, you just said that.
Yeah. That's why he won an Academy Award for that. That's Crocodile Dundee. I love that.
Did he?
They should do that Crocodile Dundee reboot, like in Crocodile Dundee 3D, right? They're gonna do that. I guarantee you.
The only problem is that we can no longer boil Australia down to like a giant cartoon of itself.
Well, I guess you can't. Yeah.
I still wish it was like that, but I think that they're like,
wasn't it some shit
Mick
like
Dundee's son? He's from Australia. He works in a corporate office.
Yeah, they would definitely give it like some sort of like twist.
He's the Elon Musk of Australia, and he's coming to the backwoods of America to see if he can survive.
He has a didgeridoo company, and he just.
He's got a didgeridoo app.
Yeah, that makes it.
You push this button and it calls baby crocodiles.
Basically.
I want my $2. I know this one. If you don't know it, I'm going to guess it.
Yeah, you should guess it.
Ready?
Oh, give me a hint. Yeah. Okay, you go.
I will expand on this quote. 2 weeks. That's 20 papers. $2. Better Off Dead.
Oh, yeah.
1989?
85.
1985?
I don't remember that movie. I think I've seen it once.
The fascinating story about that. You know what? We still have time. I got to try to stump you on the number one movie.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so all right, ready?
Hudson Hawk.
What was the day of the week? Date, director, and box office return for Hudson Hawk.
Opening weekend was like $6 million. It was directed by Michael Lehman. Came out May 24th, 1991. The same day as Backdraft, Drop Dead Fred, Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, a movie with John Candy, We Live with His Mother, And
Oh, really? Was it a serious John Candy?
Only the Lonely. Thank
Wow.
you. Only a serious John Candy joint.
Wow.
Christopher Columbus, his follow up to Home Alone was Only the Lonely.
And just nobody liked it, huh?
No one liked it. And Thelma and Louise was the other movie that came out that day.
Whoa.
Stacked.
And Hudson Hawk didn't do so's goods.
No, it didn't.
You know, I feel kind of like slightly soured on it after Brad reminded me of that super gnarly quote from Hudson Hawk. We'll go back and watch Movie Date if you want to see what the quote was. But you know what? It's still an amazing movie. Tonally, it's incredible.
What I forget what he said. What was the quote?
It was what. No, I gotta say,
Yeah.
it was one of the.
Oh, now I remember.
The secret agents. I think his name was Butterfinger because each of the secret agents had their own candy bar name for no reason.
Yeah.
One of them couldn't talk, but he could flick cards that said exactly what he wanted to say, and they were always very detailed. And I think Butterfinger was the dumb jock who asked if they want him to rape Bruce Willis.
That's right. Yeah. That was crazy. That
Big audience laugh.
Yeah.
As scripted.
Do we open? Oh, by the way, do we open it up or are we not?
Oh, you know what? Oh,
We don't have the time, I guess.
Let's
Get out. Yeah.
Let's quickly. Are we saying goodbye? Oh, we got 1 minute. Okay, anybody in the audience, throw out a movie from the 1990s.
It's over.
Ace Ventura.
February 1994.
Oh,
What do we do?
what is? What's a screen mean? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, stay on the screen. I don't know what's happening from one moment to the next. We're back. Okay, all right. You know what? What we're gonna do? We're gonna just
24
just
hours.
tag this real fast. So tell me a movie that you think that I might know, and tell me the date it was released, and then let's review it real fast.
I think you might know.
Yeah. What movie do you think I would know from the 1990s?
How about this? This is a fact no one knows. I mean, people know. I know. Point Break. Keanu Reeves
Yes, Point Break. Keanu Reeves.
came out a week before Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey with Keanu Reeves. They came out. They were at the same time. Yeah.
He seemed like 10 years older in Point Break.
July 12th was Point Break. July 19th was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And I think that right
92.
came out the same weekend as Malcolm X.
I saw that.
I think I saw. Nice.
That's correct.
You were supposed to skip school to see Malcolm X. Remember that? Spike Lee said it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think our school might have gone.
You skipped school to see Home Alone too.
I was the worst. I was like, I saw Malcolm X, and then I was like, not as good as the book. I thought it was so, like, I thought it was
It's like one of the greatest movies ever
woke.
made, Malcolm X.
Hey, the book.
The book's
It's
pretty
so
good.
good.
Yeah. The book's
It's like one
always
of the best books I've ever read.
the book is usually better than the movie, right?
With the exception of,
The Godfather.
correct? I guess it's
The
opinion.
Firm.
Sure.
Straight to video. I want to talk. That movie is so good, dope. Like I haven't seen it in like 25 years, but like that's a little like no one. That's a Corey Haim movie, right? Patricia Arquette. That movie's awesome. Like it was like a straight to video like action movie. It was kind of like a fairly big budget movie, but
Why'd it go straight to video?
I think it maybe came out in the theater. It didn't come out where I grew up, but I saw it because I had a black box. I was stealing cable, right? My mom,
Ooh.
yeah, I basically saw I had the pay-per-view channels, so I saw that like 4 times. There was another movie he made too when he was like a bank robber. And his dad,
Corey Haim was?
Corey Haim, his dad taught him how to shave. Fast Track? I don't know if I can know, but Corey Haim had a couple of good movies in the 90s.
Yeah.
What's this?
Drive Me Crazy.
What's Drive Me Crazy?
I think that's Corey Haim too, isn't it?
License to Drive.
Oh, when
is
did
Corey
License to
Haim.
Drive come out?
Drive Me Crazy, I want to say October 22nd, 1999 or October 1st, 1999.
You know, friends in
that-
friends in the booth. I feel like, am I stepping on someone's time here? Should I
Yeah,
be?
we-
Should,
I
we,
think
should
we
be? Should we, how are we doing? How are we doing? Because
Yes, someone said yes.
we had some
Let's just
technical
keep
difficulty.
chilling.
Let's just keep
Yeah,
chilling,
yeah.
man.
Well, when we have to leave, we have to leave. Drive Me Crazy was Vinny Chase, right? Right. Vinny Chase was in Drive Me Crazy, right? Or what's his real name? Shout out to Vinny Chase. What's the dude that played Vinny Chase?
Absolutely 3 or 84.
Yeah, Turbo. Yeah.
1984.
Real little, real.
Boom.
I wasn't.
That's when my brain works.
Yeah. Turbo.
What?
Turbo. I think that's one of the characters in that movie.
Yeah, and there was the main characters had like names like Turbo and Oz or something. I can't remember what they were, but it's pretty cool. I mean, anytime you can justify the stakes of a movie around like a dancing contest. I think it's so fascinating. What was the one? What was the cheerleader one? It's great. What's the cheerleader one? What? No, that was a Sundance tearjerker. Bring It On. That's a good movie, right? If I watched it, is it problematic if I watch it now? I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Why is it problematic if you watch?
I don't know. I think every movie, if I go back, I go, hey, you know what? You know what's a movie you can just watch with the family? Just throw on Mrs. Doubtfire, and then you do like, oh my God, oh, ouch, yikes.
That as a class, I always think about that. The classic, one of the worst things, like screenwriting things, when he looks like he's trying to think of his name, and he looks at the paper and he's like Police Doubtfire or whatever.
Yeah, Police Doubtfire was arson,
and that's how he gets his name, right?
Yeah. If he could have seen anything. Max, my name is Maxwell House Waffle House. Maxwell House Waffle House.
Yo, that's a bigger hit, I think, if his name is Mrs. Maxwell House Waffle House. Yeah.
This is Mrs. What? You don't like this, Nathan? No. What's going on over there?
I don't know. Should we be here?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm having fun.
I feel like this is probably the most boring segment. March 21st,
Selena.
1997. Nice. This dude's ready to go. We're fucking talking about Mrs.
Hey, Brian,
Doubtfire.
I'm Stoney, by the way. It's good to see you. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I feel like this is the most. I feel like this is the most boring segment.
I like this part. Well, where we talk about stuff, people like that kind of thing, right?
Just me.
I think you're interesting.
I think
you're from South Boston.
No, I'm from Lynn, which is kind of like South Boston, but it's not. I'm not from South Boston.
Well, what's the difference?
Lynn's called Lynn. South. Well, it's not South Boston. It's
South Boston is South Boston, right?
It's outside of Lynn's in the North Shore. It's next to Salem.
Oh, I've television, folks. We appreciate you watching and streaming along with us. I've been given the slit the throat symbol, which means that I think that we got a 10 out of 10 on this episode. What do you think, Chris?
I'll 10 out of 10, definitely.
Thank you so much for watching Movie Day. We truly appreciate it. Chris, you always impress me. I hope I wasn't mean. We got, hey, you know what? We'd like to thank the folks at home because we have $2,026, which is 5% of our very unreasonable goal of $40,000. That officially breaks the record of what I thought we would be capable of. So thank you so much. We truly do appreciate it. Thanks for watching at home. And we'll learn more about all this, more about Steven Seagal on our next movie date.
Great. 1 2 1 2 check. 1 2 1 2.
We're still missing a...
His vocal mic's not plugged in.
I think it's maybe that one.
This one.
Testing.
True death.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Before we get started, I wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page, because I don't feel comfortable singing to you unless I can get into your head first. So let's go ahead and do a thought experiment. Which camera can I look directly into? Okay. I want you to think of the worst thing that you've ever done. I'll do it too. Okay. Now, I want you to imagine